This ad was so bad that it genuinely literally had to be removed. They deleted their account. Man posts ad so bad he's asked to leave the internet. And does. Okay. All right, guys. Ron DeSantis campaign update. It got worse. Trump leads DeSantis by 20 points in Florida with Florida Republicans a day ago. It got much worse. It used to be DeSantis was like, you know, he's leading Trump everywhere. You know, Trump is like falling apart. DeSantis may be the real guy who's going to be taking over this MAGA movement. Nope. It was a fluke. It got worse. It got way worse for him. When he started talking, when he started going places, when he actually started running for president, everybody went, ooh. Everybody went, ooh, yikes, right? And to show how much worse it is, this Jeremy Redfern is the press secretary for DeSantis's campaign and the former press secretary for for the health department of Florida. He's basically the guy who thinks that the shots are going to turn you into a crocodile alligator, right? And so he was like, a news publication was wrong about one thing they said about DeSantis once. And then Ari clowned on him a little bit, and he decided that this would be a great moment to be like, haha, oh, you think we're killing our residents? Well, penis. So true. You got her, dude. You blew her out of the water with this one. Yep. Your failing campaign and you trailing Donald Trump is totally going to be epically owning this possible trans person is going to be epically throwing you into the lead soon. So true. Right? That's right. Well, more specifically, DeSantis's campaign is not going anywhere near as well as he thought that it was. It seems like the death knell for his campaign really was that really garbage Twitter launch that he did on with Twitter Spaces that had like 50 minutes of downtime and had to jump through like 7 different calls for it to work, and it still was super boring and lame and nobody really cared at the end of the day, and the people who were listening to it for some reason didn't actually translate into real voters who are backing Ron DeSantis. It's crazy, I know, right? But DeSantis and team are figuring that out, and things for DeSantis are getting much worse way quicker. And one of the things that I really want to touch on is DeSantis's harping on and basically single-minded focus on trans people, wokeness, gender, and other things that the average American and the average voter doesn't care much about. But for when it comes to the TikTokification of the Republican Party, these people online, who many of them don't vote, care a lot about. And the war within the Republican Party for this nomination and between Trump supporters and DeSantis supporters is heating up in a way that I did not expect, but is very funny and very insightful from the outside. So I want to take a look at it, okay? So this is a massive civil war. We can, you know, throw some shots here or there. We're throwing shots at both of them. But at the end of the day, they're fighting each other. The Trumpoids and the DeSant pissers are at each other's throats in a way that I have never seen before, and it is very, very funny. I'm not sure if any of the people that you know have been looking at this, but they should, because it's hilarious. Let's take a look at something, okay? John, our boy John here. So this guy, John, who's a talking head in for the Republicans, okay, tweeted this out. John Cardillo. Trump is as pro-trans as Biden. As you can see, talking about things the average voter really do be caring about. He allowed trans contestants into the Miss Universe, opposed North Carolina's bathroom bill, and has Caitlyn Jenner in lipstick as a media surrogate. Now his cultists can attack, insult, and throw tantrums, but that doesn't change the fact that it's true. So true, right? And now Caitlyn Jenner actually saw this and she didn't take too kindly to it. And she like nuked this man from orbit. She came back and said, my goodness, emotional much? Too much estrogen? Are you transitioning? You have bigger breasts than me. Caitlyn, stop! No, coming back with the fucking tactical misogyny to to dunk on this dude. This is crazy. Stop! You're crazy. Oh, this is insanity, bro. This is an all-out war, okay? No holds barred. They're committing war crimes. They've got chemical weapons on board, bro. Their fingers on the big red button. Absolutely murdered. She committed another murder. Caitlyn Jenner is a big one in here. Trump supporter, does not like DeSantis because she thinks DeSantis is transphobic and homophobic, but she thinks he's transphobic and homophobic, but like not like Trump because Trump's transphobic and homophobic, but in a way that's tolerable. She likes it in the same way that you know she is, you know, and maybe slightly, you know, slightly more, but it's still in the same range. So she's okay with Trump, but not okay with DeSantis. And the big reason why she's not okay with DeSantis is because DeSantis has been putting out some genuinely insane memes. The DeSantis camp has been going absolutely, they've been losing their minds. They're not on normal pills anymore. They threw out their medication. They're not calling back their psychiatrists. They're in the streets. They're running from the cops. Okay, they're doing things that make us spark new conversations into the mental health crisis in America. Okay, it's getting that bad, so bad. Take a look at this. This is one of the ads that the DeSantis camp have put through. Just so you know, when he said, "I'll do everything to protect our LGBTQ citizens," what they're clowning on here is Donald Trump saying something that I think is like genuinely like pretty okay, which is this was in the wake of the Pulse nightclub shooting, that gay bar that got shut up, that led to the deaths of, mind you, 49 people. And they're making fun of Donald Trump for saying that I don't want gay people to be killed by terrorists. And so if you're making fun of Donald Trump for saying that he doesn't like gay people being killed by terrorists, at least in words, then what do you believe? Do you want gay people to be murdered by terrorists? Do you think it's just funny? Do you think that they had it coming or something? Like what? Why would you make fun of this? It's something that's so benign that any human being that is not insane wouldn't think twice of it. It's just a super easy slam dunk type thing. We'll get into it a little bit. It's very interesting, but the DeSantis ads are genuinely crazy. You know, look at this. They're transgenders. They side with Disney. Caitlyn Jenner said MAGA, all this type of stuff. You can barely read this shit, can't you? You can barely read a lot of this stuff. You don't get it. I don't get it. Do they have Paul Joseph Watson's editor on the payroll or something? Is that Tyler? Yeah. Wait, isn't that Tyler the creator? Yeah, wasn't that Tyler the creator? Yeah, that's Tyler, and Tyler's gay, at least bi. Like, why in the world would you bring Tyler onto this? Why would he say psych? He's bi, bro. Bro, what are you saying? Not the Nazis aren't doing well. If you were thinking, did they just start an incel like little Nazi meme? Yes, a real ad. They switched it up to be an incel alpha male meme. We're going to be muting this, but you can't even read this, right? Like, you can't even read what's on the screen. I can't even read these cutouts because they don't spend enough time They don't spend enough time on screen for me to be able to know what's going on. But yeah, DeSantis, he's so cool. DeSantis hates gay people. DeSantis seems unstoppable. So true. He's so unstoppable that he fell 30 points to Donald Trump in recent polls. So unstoppable. Chronically Online. If you wanted, like, people like me and people like around in my space get called chronically online, there's nothing more chronically online than what the DeSantis camp is doing right now. There is nothing more chronically online than what he's doing right now. Literally nothing. The only people who keep up with this, like this, know anything about this are people who spend all day, every day in pro DeSantis, pro Republican, anti minority communities who spend all of their time trying to obliterate minorities because that's the only thing that they can do, because making the world a better place is something that's way too hard and way too difficult. So they'll bank all of it into that. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. But this is chronically online in a way that is so hilarious.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I think DeSantis's entire crew, I think DeSantis's entire campaign is made up of 14 of like edgy 4chan conservative 14-year-olds who used to make YouTube poops, to say the F word, but now have a job working under Pant Piss and his like crew of clowns. Windows noise. That's probably fine. Yeah, I had to delete something, so yeah, it's okay. I think I fixed it. But yeah, it's just so weird. Like maybe if you're like a little like shitty YouTuber, maybe comparing yourself to Patrick Bateman could be cool or something. But like Patrick Bateman, well-known woman killer, well-known like schizophrenic, paranoid serial killer weirdo. Who murders women for fun. I don't think that this is the type of guy that you want to be comparing yourself to when you're running a real campaign. You're no longer making a YouTube video, okay? You're not just making a tweet to get clicks and likes. You're not doing that anymore. You're a real politician who's supposed to be doing real politician things. And this ain't it. It's not. Scaring the normies. You need the normies to vote for you. Trump scares the normies too, but like he invigorates enough people to want to vote for him. But like this guy, it's Captain Scare the Hose, and that's it. That's all he is. That's literally all he is. Scaring the normies, yeah, in a boomer way. It's crazy. It blows my mind. He just like me, yeah, just like me for real. For real. Yeah, his campaign must look like a goddamn Smash convention, brother. It's just 40-year-olds and 16-year-olds, and that's it. And that is it. It's a problem. We got a problem on our hands, everybody. There's an issue. But with this ad, it kind of shows you the direction that the DeSantis campaign is going in. If his original sort of like talk didn't tell you that, then if his campaign launch didn't tell you exactly what his campaign is going to be, then the way in which his campaign has transpired since then gives you everything you need to know about what he's going to be doing. And he's going to be going all in on the conservative culture war, anti-minority, like anti-constitution, blow up the Civil Rights Act. We need more racism, more transphobia, more homophobia, more misogyny, all of these types of things. He is going to be betting everything on the TikTokification of the GOP. And now, what do I mean when I say that? Because I said that twice now. Basically, what I mean is that how the Republicans have moved staunchly away from having real policies, real points, real things that they can offer the American people, and instead are just going all in on bigotry. Now, on conspiracy, on bigotry, on all these types of things, right? They no longer care about the politics of everything outside of the culture war because they can't win there anymore. They know they can't win there. But what they always have been able to win on is drumming up hatred for minorities. It's something that they always have and probably always will be able to do. It's what that's their goal. And so that's the plan at the end of the day. That is the plan. Because when's the last time you heard Ron DeSantis talk about things other than COVID was really bad, COVID was bad, and we became the COVID hotspot of the world, and sure, we had per capita more deaths than almost any other state or any other country in the world, but did you see how we epically owned those transgenders? Did you see how we banned African American studies? Did you hear that? Because if you did, that's what we can bring to the country. That's what we can do with the world. I mean, like, it's not like conservatives in the past, had their heads on straight. This is what like Obama era conservatives used to be doing.
I need your money to kill babies by abortion. You, taxpayer, Give me your money to pay for baby killing.
No, I don't believe in abortion.
I don't care. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's. Give me money to kill babies.
So, I mean, they've always been insane, but things have changed and things have gone up a notch. They're not even talking about these types of policies anymore, really. It's simply just culture war cringe. And that's basically it. Because I think that it is so funny to me that a lot of these conservative YouTubers, conservative YouTubers, talking heads, these guys that had like their own little shows online have started to weasel their way into the Republican Party because they do have actually commanded a really large portion of conservative media. They were actually real politicians sucked up to Tucker Carlson, and some still do today. A lot of people forget that I remember this, that a sitting politician of the United States Senate, Ted Cruz, genuinely sucked up to Tucker Carlson. Like, Tucker Carlson ran a show, a segment about him, how he called him like a rhino and a weasel. And Ted Cruz, like, that night called Tucker, like, apologized for what he said, and went on the next day onto his show to apologize to everyone, and was groveling at Tucker's feet for forgiveness because he had the feeling that if Tucker said that he's bad, he's gonna lose his seat. And the big problem is he may not be wrong. He may not be wrong. Tucker Carlson was on Fox News the most watched talking head, period. The most watched show on cable news, period. No other show even came close to him. The amount of eyeballs he commanded, the amount of attention that respected him, the amount of attention that respected him was wild. Like a bitch. Yeah, there were dogs. They were his dogs, and there was nothing that they could do about it. And so they've decided to not just try to break away from that. They decided to completely acquiesce to that. They are that now. It started with the Tea Party and how they won there, and it's moved on a little bit to people like Dr. Oz, like Carrie Lake. People who used to be talking heads have started to move into politics more, and that line has been blurred from commentator and politician to the point where it doesn't mean anything anymore. And the biggest example of this is 100% Donald Trump. Reality TV star host to president of the United States. That's like a massive jump, and it's moved a lot of conservative, and it's got a lot of conservatives thinking we need to not just disregard or treat it as like supplementary. We need to have this media be a part of what we do. And so they've started to listen. They've started to just follow the media, follow what gets clicks. Okay. And that's it. They become slaves to the algorithm, and that's how they run their campaigns now. And I think the DeSantis campaign is going to be the biggest and best and most interesting and most fully fleshed out version of that. Because sure, Donald Trump was that guy, but he didn't. But he ran a pretty normal campaign. DeSantis isn't. DeSantis is running a campaign 100%. DeSantis is running the same type of campaign your average conservative YouTuber would run. He's basically talking the same way your average conservative YouTuber would make videos about how this is woke and that's woke, and them transgenders did, huh? And a black did, who? And that's basically it. They think they're closer to the people, but getting this close to the media that kind of is in their same realm is making them farther apart than your average person than they ever have been, I think, in the last 60 years minimum. 100%. Yeah, they're genuflecting at the altar of YouTube. And like, some people may be like, Shark, that may be going a little far. Mind you, some people forget, okay? Mind you, Ron DeSantis got the idea, and Republicans in Florida got the idea for the Don't Say Gay bill and for their bans on trans people going into the bathroom that matches their gender and on gender affirming care. They got that idea from Twitter. Now, what do I mean by that? DeSantis, his Secretary of State, his press secretary, and other high-ranking members in the DeSantis administration follow, DM, talk to, and often reply to libs of TikTok, James Lindsay, Ben Shapiro, all of these types of people. Matt Walsh as well. Matt Walsh is actually has the speed dial, like high-ranking members in the Tennessee House of Representatives and the Senate. He has real sway there. They're actually trying to think that they're getting closer to grassroots by just by like cozying up to weirdo, antisocial, freakazoid, bigoted content creators who share similar politics to them. They have become TikTok. They have TikTokified. That's what they are now. Genuinely. I don't want my politicians to be like me. I don't want them to be. I'm an activist, okay? And a pretty like fringe activist at that. I want them to be a little bit more like genuine politicians. I want them to share my same goals and ideas, but not in the way that these guys are. They've gone completely off the deep end in a way that is going to be incredibly interesting to watch. It is so strange. They're only really wanting to appeal to like 16-year-olds now. That's their genuine thing. This is so funny. It is really funny. And that's how you get things like this Patrick Bateman ad that they're going to be spreading around places. All right? Like, remember, Ron DeSantis knows about libs of TikTok, follows her, and then genuinely and actually offered her a room in Tallahassee in Florida's governor's mansion if she's getting too much hate online, and so she could just like squat at his place because he really likes her content. That's where we are right now. Governor of one of the most populous states in the entire world is offering a home to a like goddamn like racist, transphobic TikToker, Twitter user, because she posts videos that are like, yo, these children are so ugly and stupid, aren't they? Lamau. And that's it. Genuinely. That's where we are right now in politics. That's how we're getting here. And this is why I think DeSantis' campaign is flopping. We weren't just talking out of our ass when we said that this is one of the worst campaign launches that I've ever seen in my entire life. No. Okay? I'm saying that because it's true. This meme is real. And it's wild. And so not only is he banking just on conservative culture war, he's banking specifically on anti-trans hatred, and that's it. That's the only thing his party, that's the only thing that his campaign's running on. End of story, period. And it's crazy. Okay, but moving on, because we're not, just so you know, we're not anywhere near done yet with this. We ain't anywhere near done. And so that constant harping on about wanting to take away the civil rights of gay people and trans people specifically, has led to a big civil war within the right of how much should we hate minorities. Should it be like a whole lot and we should revoke the civil rights movement, revoke the Civil Rights Act, so we could like legally discriminate against them whenever we want? You know, we could like cut their water off because they're gay. Or should we be like Trump and we should, be more like homophobic, like on the homophobic and transphobic on like the outskirts of things. That's basically what the argument that's going on at the moment. And so a lot of like trans and gay conservatives, they're real, I know, have come out to start to scream about how, wait a second, guys, something's wrong here. Wait, why are you saying this? Wait, you're not just getting, wait, when I joined Gays Against Groomers, I thought you guys were gonna eat their face. Why are you eating my face? Why are the leopards eating my face? Wait, I may be a tree, but the axe handle is made out of wood, so he's one of me, right? He's just like me, right? You can't do this to me. You know how much I've sacrificed. You know how many times I've been called a slur by civil rights activists for telling people to vote for you, and you're gonna do this to me? Well, they are. They are going to do it to them. All right. Now, if you think that ad was bad, let me tell you about another ad. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you about an ad that was so bad, in fact, that it had to be removed. The account literally deleted their shit. Okay. And this one has been completely sanctioned by the DeSantis community. And sorry, by the DeSantis campaign.
I talk about transgender, everyone goes crazy. Who would have thought 5 years ago you didn't know what the hell it was?
Donald Trump made a controversial decision to allow a transgendered woman, born as a man, to compete in the Miss Universe beauty pageant.
He decided to lift a ban on a transgender woman from entering his Miss Universe competition.
I said, let her run. And I think I made the right decision. I feel fine with the decision.
I always knew since I was about 4.
Really?
And I started my therapy and hormone therapy when I was 14.
Must have been terribly painful.
Surgery is pretty intense.
It was obvious to us that she was entitled to compete.
Would you feel it would be fair that a transgender...
So yeah, basically what all of this is about. So look at this.
In Miss Universe.
Yes.
And where was Donald Trump a decade ago? He was on the complete opposite side of this issue.
Never back down. RD. Text Ron. So yes, this has been paid for by Ron DeSantis. This is a Ron DeSantis ad. Okay, this is an actual Ron DeSantis ad that he wants to be playing, that he actually wants to show people genuinely. Now, did he talk? Now, one in chat, if you heard anything about how to make people's lives better. Did you hear that? 2 in chat if you didn't hear anything in there about how to actually genuinely make people's lives better. How could he? How could you do this? Yeah, I see a lot of 2s. Not really much going on in here. Here's the thing, okay? This is N-word lover tiers of politics. We're at that point now where we're at the point where it's like N-word lover. Okay, it's T-word lover now. And that's something that he actually thinks could end Donald Trump's campaign, is calling him a trans lover. A friend of trans people. He's actually genuinely going back to the type of days where they would hang white people for being nice to black people on the street. You weren't racist enough. They genuinely want to lynch him in the court of public opinion for not being as transphobic to trans people as he possibly could. And that's what's going on at the moment. We're at N-word lover tiers of politics going on within the Republican Party, but specifically for trans people. T-word lover. That's literally all he's calling Donald Trump. That's what it is. Okay. And I say this to recognize the type of thing, the type of games these people are playing, so we understand what they actually mean. If it was profitable to run on calling your opponent an N-word lover, he would also do it. If Ron DeSantis could run an ad that basically said, hey, we removed African American studies, and Donald Trump heralded low black unemployment, he would run that ad every single day of the week. If it was beneficial to him to call Donald Trump an N-word lover, he would do it. But it's not, because hating on black people that much outwardly is not acceptable, but hating on trans people this much is, at least within the Republican Party. It's genuinely crazy. And you could get at Donald Trump. And here's the craziest thing. You could get at Donald Trump for what he did in his pageants and his beauty pageants, okay? Letting a trans person in is not the worst thing that he's accused of doing with the beauty pageants. Creeping on children is. Sneaking into the underage girls' changing room to go see the girls change as they're getting ready for their beauty pageant is way worse than letting a trans woman wear a dress and put on makeup. That's what's going on here, okay? That's what's going on here. He thinks that is way better than being nice to a trans person once in his life. That's what we're on, okay? And so these ads altogether started to get a lot of traction within the right wing sphere in that community. Richard Gurnell is somebody who's a conservative. He said, this is incredibly homophobic, right? He said this ad is super crazy, incredibly homophobic. He retweeted it. And this is somebody who's bought and paid for by Ron DeSantis. This person's on like Ron DeSantis's campaign. They said, opposing federal recognition of Pride Month isn't homophobic. We wouldn't support a month to celebrate straight people for sexual orientation either. It's unnecessary, divisive, and pandering. What do you mean divisive? What do you mean divisive? Why are you mad? What are you talking about? The only reason Pride Month exists is because you want these people to kill themselves, or you want to kill them yourselves. The only reason why they need Pride Month is because you want to make them existing illegal. You're passing laws against them, against the Constitution, to try to put them into the shadows. And when they're in the shadows, legislate how they act in the shadows as well. That's the only reason Pride Month exists. What are you talking about? There's no anti-being straight law. There was no law that existed against having straight sex. There are some on the books to this very day that are against having gay sex. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you have straight Pride Month for the other 11 months of the year. Straight Pride Parade. There was a straight Pride Parade. No women were there. I wonder why. I wonder why. It's crazy how that worked out. Crazy how that absolutely worked out, right? Another gay Republican who helped push Donald Trump's campaign against both Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden commented on this. Now, you can't see this because this ad was so bad. It was one of the ones that we watched. This ad was so bad that it genuinely, literally had to be removed. They deleted their account. Man posts ad so bad he's asked to leave the internet, and does. Okay, and this guy who made his whole identity being the gay Republican who helped take down Hillary Clinton. In this ad where they said that we need to stop, being nice to gay people, he writes, how do you feel about me? Guys, wait, Mr. Leopard, do you want to eat my face too? Wait, you want to eat my face too? It's not about gay folks. It's about your face trans. It's about in your face trans activists. We love you, Scott. Scott, we would never throw you in jail. Scott, we'd never lynch you. Come on, Scott. It's not cut your hair and start acting like, sorry, cut your hair and act like a man. Well, there it is. Scott, we support you. It's hardworking, unappreciated, determined, a blessing. Hardworking Republican out here. We love you, Scott. We would definitely not hang you. Come on. Even Nick Adams is here. Like, I think you're great. Come on, Scott. Don't worry about it. DeSantis totally wouldn't try to make your the who you love illegal. Come on. We definitely wouldn't call you a homo lover. Come on. We definitely wouldn't eat your face. Oh, girls be bisexual. Yeah. Eat hot chip and lie. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? But it seems like other Republicans aren't buying it. Other Republicans aren't going to be buying that they're not going to be eating their face. And now, not only are gay and trans Republicans wary about DeSantis's sudden rise in the Republican Party, they actually say they feel misled. LGBT conservatives say they feel misled by DeSantis. DeSantis, how could you push ads like this, DeSantis? DeSantis, how could you say this? How could you say this about us? Like, after all the work we've done for you, DeSantis, what? We've been misled. Bro, where? When somebody tells you who they are, believe them. DeSantis has always told you that how he felt about gay people. He's always told you how he felt about trans people. He tortures people in Guantanamo Bay, and you think that this guy is going to give you a break? He's going to kill you and laugh about it and then make an ad about how he killed you and collect money off of it. That's the type of guy he is. That's the type of guy he is. The video bashed Trump for supporting the LGBTQ community. And they're sitting here like, I can't believe they would do this. Brad Palumbo Palumbo. It's like going mask off, he said. The Michigan-based libertarian journalist said, the cat's out of the bag. Who could have seen this coming? Who could have expected this? Who could have expected the guy who passed the Don't Say Gay bill and made it, tried to make it illegal for the companies to ban you for saying homophobic slurs online? It actually is pro-homophobic slur. Who could have seen this? Oh my gosh. He's gone mask on. Bro, there was never a mask. Okay. There was never a mask. He's always been mask off. He's always been mask off, man. It's just insane to me that these people are just now seeing it. They're just now seeing what's happening. It's genuinely hilarious. But log cabin Republicans, a pro-Republican, and this, mind you, if you think this is going to be a turning point for log cabin Republicans have been pro-Republican since when it was like fashionable for Republicans to support banning, like throwing gay people in jail for a minimum 10 years for having gay butthole sex. Okay, so if you think that this is going to be a change of heart for them, a lot of them, no. Mind you, a big Texas log cabin Republican gay guy has finally dropped the Republican Party and is not like voting Democrat, but he's not voting anymore because of how bad, because he genuinely says, because he's been like log cabin Republican since like the 90s. He says the Republicans are genuinely worse on gay rights than they were back in the 90s. Okay, so some of them are dropping it, but it seems like log cabin Republicans these days are only like getting really upset at like normie Republicans than anything else. Log cabin Republicans have started to move away from the Republican Party a little bit. They've started to be like, holy crap, you guys, holy crap, these guys don't like gay people that much. Blowing their mind, but I guess better late than never. Never late is better. Time is money. I'd rather spend it not with the log cabin Republicans, but we'll read what they had to say. On this tweet, which was the first, which is quote tweeting the original ad that we saw, the ad that was so bad that people asked them to leave the internet, and they did. They said, today's message from the DeSantis campaign war room is divisive and desperate. Republicans and other common sense conservatives know Ron DeSantis has alienated swing state and younger voters. Conservatives understand that we need to protect our kids, preserve women's sports, safeguard women's spaces, and strengthen parental rights. But Ron DeSantis' extreme rhetoric has just ventured into homophobic territory. No, dude. No, dude. Banning gay people from discussing their relationships in public, banning gay people from dressing in makeup and cool clothes, banning trans people from going into the bathroom, and allowing parents to cancel teachers and get them fired if they say that gay people don't deserve to be hung in the street. And this is the world that we live in. But now, I could put up with all of that, but now you say, but now this is just, it's just a bridge too far. Bro, it's not a bridge too, the bridge too far now, dude. We passed the bridge. We can't see the bridge over the horizon. The curvature of the earth is now hitting the bridge. That's how far away the bridge is behind us. What are you talking about? You're crazy. You're crazy. We're already there. We were there a long time ago. A long time ago. The fact that they even care about this as actual political issues worth finite time on God's green earth is proof that we've gone too far. And it blows my mind. It blows my mind. It genuinely blows my mind. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. This is how you know these dudes are white, okay? How most of these dudes are white. We're on Jupiter, brother. We're so far away that we're on the goddamn magic school bus, and the bus has spawned rockets, and we're now flying across the universe, okay? We're in the goddamn Andromeda galaxy. We're that far away. That's how far behind us the bridge is. Will this be a normal field trip? No, it won't, okay? It won't. Bro, these guys are going to be on the Republican train until that train's leading to a goddamn gas chamber. But I don't know. Maybe it's not my place to call them out like that. Who knows? Anyways, Anyways, Ron DeSantis and his team can't tell the difference between common sense gays and radical left gays. All right, hand up. Do I have any radical left gays in chat? Be honest. You know you have to tell me if you're a radical left gay, right? You have to tell me. It's illegal if you don't tell me. Define radical. Can you do a kickflip? That's me. That's me. Define radical. Can you do a kickflip? Yes, I'm pretty radical to me. Define gay. Define. It's so good. Whole is whole. It'd be that way. Now look at this. Look at how they're getting clowned on. Right, I'm fine with LGB, but many of the TQ plus, you don't know what that means. You don't know what that means, bro. What do you mean the TQ plus? Bro, these they push too far and don't understand the real danger of their life. Homosexuality is a sin and homophobia is not a thing, so stop. Okay, well. So who are we going after next? I said, who are we going after next? Who? Wild how that works out, isn't it? It's wild how like jumping on the train of anti-gay fear mongering has led to this. It's wild. Look at this. Thank you for exposing their horribly divisive tactics. Nice one. Okay, bud. This video is awesome. You log cabin perverts are a cancer on the Republican Party. There's the door. Seems like liberals in hiding. Log groomer Republicans got their feelings hurt. LRC represent about a dozen people. What examples of Ron DeSantis' extreme rhetoric? Lol. So as you blah blah, the reality is that Trump has made embarrassing statements supporting radical transgender movement, and DeSantis' views are entirely mainstream in the Republican Party. Republicans will accept weird social behaviors, but not celebrate them. So yeah, well said. So as you can see, log cabin Republicans have done really well for themselves by promoting the Republican Party. Good job, guys. Give them a hand. They did a fantastic job. You got everything you wanted, right? You got everything you wanted, right? This is what you wanted, right? The leopards aren't they're totally not gonna eat they'll definitely stop at them weirdos and not us. We're too cool. They definitely won't get us. They definitely won't, they definitely won't like take down us, right guys? Right guys? Right? 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 There's totally a major difference between regular gay people who love America and the alphabet mafia who push extreme woke ideology. Clearly, Ron DeSantis doesn't understand the difference, but Donald Trump does. Yeah, man. It was totally not Donald Trump's, it's definitely not Donald Trump's campaign and influence that led to Ron DeSantis even having the ability to be even have the ability to be a governor at the beginning. Yeah, totally, guys. Definitely not. We totally need to keep voting for the Republicans. Everything is going to work out. As long as we just keep voting for the Republicans, they'll stop them, but not us. I promise you guys. I totally. It's definitely, they definitely won't like try and, completely destroy us politically and socially, and try and put us to the margins and revoke the Civil Rights Act so they can, ban us from, using the internet, right? Our ISP can, not use, can ban us and stuff like that, right? Right, guys? Right, guys, right? Totally, guys, right? Right? Look at how sad and desperate people like Caitlyn Jenner are, like, under all these Trump hates the bad gays, not us, the good gays, right? Post like, yeah, totally, but look at this one. This one's crazy. I simply cannot be affiliated with Gays Against Groomers despite the work that they've done that I 99% support. This is why you belong in federal prison, just so you know. Because Jamie essentially begging my organization to co-brand amplify and pay 50% of the Pride Month ad, the leader being on the payroll for DeSantis, and so vitriolically anti-Trump. She should step down immediately. So basically what she's saying is that call him out by stepping down and stick to the great work Gays Against Groomers can do, and put in a new leader, or better yet, even an option, hand it over and to unite as well, and unite it as one organization under the log cabin Republicans. Basically, she's calling out somebody who says the same thing, that we need to vote for DeSantis, by saying that she's actually on the payroll and she's like taking money from Gays Against Groomers so they can't buy another anti-gay bus. I guess. It's some sad shit going on down here. Tell you what, bud, go to a bar in a red state dressed like this and try to talk to Trump fans. Personally, I think it looks quite nice, but in my experience, it may not end up well for you. Yeah, this guy is like super homosexual. Like, I don't want to be like, I'm like, stop me if I'm out of pocket here, but this is one of the gayest outfits I've seen in my entire life. Like, you can, like, I can see this, like, without my glasses, I can see this guy from like across like a football stadium and be like, that guy is homosexual. That is a gay man. That's a gay boy right there. Pride Rock, so true. I want his drip. Yeah, you're out of line, but you're right. Flamboyant. It be that way. It's some curious stuff. The ad clearly attacked radical gender ideology and queer theorist praxis, not regular gay people. Just so you know, they made fun of Donald Trump, saying that it's bad for like gay people to be murdered by terrorists in the Pulse nightclub shooting. And they're saying that actually the ad wasn't that bad. It wasn't homophobic, actually. Listen, you wouldn't get it. Well, your party sees you as abominations. Yeah, like, I guess keep voting for Republicans all you want. The party that you vote for thinks of you as an abomination and a cancer that must be exorcised from the body. But I guess maybe they won't find it out. I'm telling you, man, they won't understand what's going on until like it's completely over for them. And we're going to make sure it doesn't get there. We're going to let them live in their fairy tale land because we're not going to allow Republicans to get that far. But if they ever got the chance, they'll finally see why we harp on so much about how bad these people really are. They don't know how bad things really are. They're blissfully ignorant in their stupid little dumbass land that they live in. Blissfully ignorant. Wild stuff. But this doesn't stop the truth of the matter. And the truth is the DeSantis campaign is completely falling apart. And it's very, very funny. It's so funny, in fact, that like they've had to start to pay people to come out to be pro DeSantis, and in a way to like say that, oh, I used to be a Trump supporter, but Trump is cringe, so I'm on the DeSantis train now. You wouldn't get it. Take a look at this. As a former Trump supporter, I never realized how one-dimensional my thinking has become. If Trump hired someone stupid or praised Cuomo or sucked up to Fauci, I rationalized it as no big deal. I bought into 2,000 Mules. I bought into Dominion. I supported My Pillow. I was tweeting release the Kraken. I watched and with bated breath as Rudy made his big case proving the election was stolen, with hair dye running down his face. I was looking forward to supporting Trump in 24 to reclaim what had been stolen from him. And then one evening, last November, Trump was hosting a rally in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and uttered the insult, Ron DeSanctimonious, and the light switched off. I immediately realized that if Trump would attack the most successful Republican governor in my lifetime, he's not America first. He's Trump first. We can do better. I'm gonna become the Joker. I'm gonna become the Joker, bro. I'm losing it, bro. I'm losing my mind. These people's lines are hilarious, dude. It's so fun. Scum. Donald Trump may have killed 1 million Americans by not taking COVID seriously, but when he said Ron DeSanctimonious, that's when I knew he wasn't America first. You stupid bitch. You stupid fucking bitch. If I could get my hands around your throat, I would gently apply pressure to your jugular and and arteries carrying blood to and from your brain, and talk to you very softly about how I think you're incorrect and you need to change the way you think. I will. You stupid bitch. You Chris 209. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Print media, California Central Valley, late Gen X, former Trump supporter, tired of losing, supporter of Team DeSantis, never back down. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet that's what you are, buddy. 100%. All right, hands up in chat, one in chat if you think this is a paid shill by the DeSantis campaign to try to like astroturf anti-Trump, pro-DeSantis sentiment within the Republican Party because they know he's losing. This shit seems so paid for, bro. This is so cringe. And yet you're backing a losing candidate. Okay, I'm backing a candidate who isn't a con man. He's not a con man. He conned Florida out of voting for him. Yawn. Damn, dude. Not the yawn. The 2015-19 Trump is a different person than Trump today. Attacking DeSantis definitely made me rethink my position. Amazing tweet. Leave this here.
And you have a lot of people there who are working very, very hard, and they're not getting a lot of sleep, and they're really focusing on a big country that we have. And from Dr.
This country's
Birx
real big.
to Dr. Fauci to the vice president who's worked very hard, the Surgeon General, they are really doing a good job.
Oh no, dude. Dude, praising Dr. Fauci to these guys is literally like him like doing a blood ritual to summon Satan. Like he's like, Fauci did a good job. Fauci, yeah, he's like, Fauci's giving out the Fauci ouchie and he's doing a great job. The clot shot, the Joe juice, and he's like, and he thinks, that's what he thinks. Oh no. Oh, ain't you the cutest thing? As a former Trump supporter, oh no, he's detarded. Wait! No, dude, no! No, you did not say that. That is not a real saying. No way did my man just write detarded. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, he ain't winning. All right, period. He ain't winning. It's not happening. He's not gonna win. He can't win. If somebody comes up with, if they call you detarded, like Ron DeSantis, Ron detarded, yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, it ain't happening. It's over. His can't cut it. He should just send his ass back to Florida because it's over. This shit is over. I can't. It's Jover. You're right. It's Jover. Hashtag detarded. Oh my gosh, dude. It's detarded. They have like their own call. They have their own like the name that they call them. I'm sorry. He ain't winning shit. Bro ain't winning shit. It's so fucking over. It's never been more over than it is right now. That is so good. That is so good. Explain us why DeSantis has business in Oklahoma with Fauci. Public records. DeSantis is tremendous, Rhino. Oh yeah, this is a Trump supporter. Look at the way they type. Show me the records. Oh no, dude. Oh no. Yeah, they're fighting. They're fighting, dude. It's over. Explain us, detard. Detard. Holy shit, this is crazy. This shit is crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so fucking good. They're so mad. They're so mad. Oh, the big thing is that, holy crap, holy shit, look at this. Wait. Wait. I didn't take a look at the hidden tweets. The hidden tweets are so good. Look at this. Now, if you could back a candidate who isn't a fascist piece of shit. Damn. Democrat playbook, psychological manipulation. Make you vote for DeSantis. Tell blatant lies. Openly deny words and actions. This has never happened. Nobody cares about Ronald DeSantis. that much? If it did, you're pathetic. You are a Democrat. Nah, no conservative is retarded enough to fall for this BS narrative. What the fuck is this? Not the pass it around Facebook memes. The rhinos are backing him. He will owe the rhinos. He will be weak as he will be weak as he will have to worry about re-election. Why is Jeb Bush there? Why is Ron DeSantis embracing Bush? He will get zero support from me. Trump is the DNC wrecking ball we need. Yeah, it's so over. It's so over. I've never seen a DeSantis guy actually make a meme that'll actually work out. That I think like a wine mom would fall for. I mean, fucking look at this shit. Mistimed wannabe, proven leader, no OJT needed, unfit, unqualified. No, bro, no, what the fuck, dude? He hit him with the collage. Dude. It's crazy. These hidden tweets are wild. Spoken like a paid shill, media Photoshop. You're entitled to your opinion, but Trump 24. This is a paid promotion. You're just gullible into backing a losing candidate. Sounds like a traitor. Sound like another traitor like DeSantis. Lamo, DeSantis is a con man. Fake account. It's political. Grow up. Oh my gosh, it's so over for these guys. Holy shit, it's so over. It's so over. And for a lot of the Republicans who basically said that, you know, oh, this ad wasn't super like bought and paid for by DeSantis. Like he doesn't, oh, it's just something that he doesn't super support it. Or he's not as bad as they say that he is. Take a look at this. Him on Tommy Lauren being asked about the ad that went viral for how crazy homophobic it is. Take a look at this.
I think, you know, identifying Donald Trump as really being a pioneer in injecting gender ideology into the mainstream where he was having men compete against women in his beauty pageants. I think that's totally fair game because he's now campaigning saying the opposite, that he doesn't think that you should have men competing in women's things like athletics. And so we've been very clear on it that we believe in protecting the rights of our girls and the rights of women athletes to be able to,
except for like abortion and no fault divorce and
participate with fairness and with integrity. And ultimately, when you talk about some of the gender ideology that's being unleashed in this country, in the state of Florida, we are fighting back against that clearly in schools. But I think even beyond that, it's just a fundamental issue of, you know, what role, I think it's an attack on women's rights more broadly.
Yeah, I bet it is, buddy. So yeah, he goes on to defend that too. The ad of him calling out Donald Trump for saying that it's bad that 49 people were murdered in a transphobic, homophobic terrorist attack is actually really good and important for people to hear, because without that, we wouldn't be suffering from the onslaught of gendered ideology today. I think Slate.com put it best here. They had a great quote here that I think we all should read and understand. But the tone of talking about the video of him making fun of Trump for saying that terrorist attacks are bad. But the tone of this video was different from what the typical messaging candidates use to set themselves apart from their opponents. It's not claiming to be incensed by the struggles of everyday Americans. It's not passionate about taking our country back. It's gleeful about hate. It's taunting. It's a victory lap, but not of any accomplishments that was made to make people's lives better. The video doesn't mention anyone who has been helped by DeSantis' legislation. It's only concerned with people's whose lives were made worse. And because DeSantis' campaign did not produce the video, it's rife with plausible deniability should the governor make it to the general election. It will be a little hard here because he specifically said that he supports the video and he stands by it completely. But, you know, I guess we're just going to, he may try to, if he makes it to the general election, which he won't, but if he did, I know he's going to try to distance himself from that as much as possible. But it's as stupid and goofy as you would imagine that it actually is. But yeah, this makes complete, I think it's great and it makes complete sense. He is only caring about making people's lives worse, restricting other people's rights and well-being, making people's lives worse. All of this type of stuff is exactly what he wants to do, because making people's lives worse is very easy. Making the average person's life better is very hard. If there was like a surefire, excellent way to make people's lives better, we wouldn't have any disagreement about it. We wouldn't have any trouble getting it done. Well, maybe we would in this country because conservatives like to make people's lives worse. But outside of that, we wouldn't have anywhere near as much trouble when it comes to convincing people of things. But it's hard. It's super hard. People spend their entire lives trying to make people's lives better, but it only takes one person having a bad day to make another person's life worse. It's so easy. And so that's why centering your entire campaign around ruining other people's lives is so profitable and so easy and so alluring, because it takes no work. It takes almost no work. It's really easy to pass a law like insert group of people here, your life is now worse, fuck you. It's really hard to fix the education system, or get teachers back into the classroom so we don't have a teacher shortage, or fix the problem with healthcare, or like immigration, or any of these, or climate change, or any of these esoteric issues that are kind of like hard to even pin down necessarily of where the exact problem is coming from, and it could be like a mix of a lot of things. It's so hard, but you can easily point to you're the problem. You should go in jail. Fuck you. We're going to pass a law against you, and then life will be better. But it won't. It never has and never will be, because it can't. It can't. And they never were the problem. But it's easy to paint them out to be, and call somebody a gay lover or a trans lover, because it's simple. It's simple. And will always work. Will always work. And that's what's going on right now. But it'll always work for getting you clicks and views. But when it comes to actually winning an election, now that's where things really start to fall apart, because even the Murdoch family has said that they can smell a loser. Even the Murdochs have started to sour on Ron DeSantis. They were really into him. They really wanted to push DeSantis over Donald Trump. But now that they saw that what he is and how he's running, they're done waiting for him to be the candidate that they thought that he was. They're just kind of moving on. The conservative media kingmaker's preferred candidate to knock up Donald Trump, is not meeting expectations, and the family patriarch is getting tired of waiting. Less than 2 months. Holy shit, it's been less than 2 months. Holy, he's fallen this far in less than 2 months. Wow. Declared running for president, his most important backers in the conservative media are already starting to lose faith. Since beginning his presidency, the powerful Murdoch family has favored the Florida governor for the 2024 primary, largely due to conviction that DeSantis would be more electable and less chaotic than Trump. But in recent weeks, the Murdochs, the Murdochs have grown increasingly displeased with DeSantis' campaign, perceived in shambles, lackluster polling, and inability to swiftly dethrone Trump, multiple sources tell the Rolling Stone. Rupert's understandable worry is that we may end up being stuck with Trump anyways, they said, and DeSantis is underperforming. Anybody can see that, and the Murdochs are seeing it too. So even the Murdochs may start to cut funding from DeSantis, or cut clout from DeSantis. And it seems like the talking heads on the Murdoch's station, Fox News, have already moved away from DeSantis. All of the big talking heads now have just moved away from DeSantis. All of them don't give a shit about him. Jesse Waters, who's taken up Tucker Carlson's spot at the 8 p.m. primetime spot, has moved away from DeSantis as well. Sean Hannity is like doing interviews with DeSantis instead. Waters is also doing the talks with, just doing sit downs with Trump in the primetime show that Tucker Carlson used to have. None of them care about DeSantis anymore. They're all anti-Santis. All right, they think he's detard. I'm sorry, this shit's crazy. All of them are doing sit downs with Donald Trump, and you know who DeSantis got? You know who DeSantis got to have him on his show? Not Fox News, Tommy Lauren on YouTube. That's who he went on to talk about. Tommy Lauren on fucking YouTube. Okay? That's what they got. They have the primetime show in the most watched the channel in America, and he gets Tommy Lauren's failing YouTube account. It's just, it's so good. Wait, so here's the original video. Okay, everyone, before I tell you, take a guess. This was streamed live. This channel has 1.23 million subscribers. This is Tommy Lauren, former Fox News host, with Ron DeSantis, Florida governor, and running against Donald Trump for the presidency. Take a guess how many views this video has. Take a guess how many views this video has. Mind you, 1.23 million subscribers. 80K, 400K. Oh, 250K. All right. 7,000. 7,028 views. Mind you, this is a live stream, okay? So it also counts the views of people who were there watching it. So this was probably averaging like 30 active live viewers when it was being streamed. This is, oh my God, that is sad, isn't it? 100 comments.
This meme is very
real. Timmy got her own little show. Precious. No. Oh my gosh. One of the top comments is just, damn, you're hot. Damn, she fine. That's the only thing people care about. One of the 112 comments is, damn, I'd fuck that girl. Nice one. Thank you, dcard3999. Very cool. It's so over, dude. Nobody gives a shit about Pant Piss. Nobody cares about DeSantis. It's blowing my mind, and it's incredibly funny. It's so funny. Look at this. Wait, it's so funny that like DeSantis supporters have had to try to like make up their own shit about like how DeSantis is actually doing like really well against Trump. Really though, according to Race to the White House, this like Twitter account with 1,000 followers, a real-time data-driven election prediction site, with a track record of success. As the election stands that Trump loses to Biden, but DeSantis blows Biden out of the water. And this is what they unironically think would happen, okay? They think DeSantis would flip Michigan. Sorry, would flip Michigan and be likely in the likely column for DeSantis. But not win Wisconsin. And then it would be like a tie in Maine, 2nd district, I guess. He also thinks he would win Nebraska's 2nd district for some reason. It'd be like a tie. He has no clue. He thinks he could win like Omaha, Nebraska for some reason. I guess he also thinks that he would win Nevada and Arizona. It's just, and Georgia as well. This looks like the biggest fucking cope I've seen in my entire fucking life. I'm gonna be honest with you. This makes literally 48 state landslide, 49 state landslide, 49 state landslide. It's a 49 state landslide. Holy crap! Wait a second. Tommy Lauren had DeSantis on twice. And the one that was a month ago did even worse. It got 3,000 views. My bad, 3.5 and 36 comments, dude. Nobody cares. Holy crap, nobody cares. Holy shit. Wait a second. 5 hours ago, I uploaded a video about my dog that's in the hospital and it got 2,000 views. I'm already, by the end, in a month, it will probably have more views than Tommy Lauren and Ron DeSantis sitting down to talk about how the transgenders have made everything worse. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's some good stuff right there. Maybe I should run for president, man. That's some good stuff right there. Shady 2024. Shady 24. Let's go. Shady is way less cringe than Pant Piss. I will tell you that. I'll tell you that right now. This makes no sense, just so you know. This is literally like the lowest IQ thing I've seen in my entire life. Lowest IQ shit I've seen in my entire life. DeSantis is not winning Michigan. If he's winning any Rust Belt state, it would be Wisconsin. And it wouldn't be Pennsylvania either. Also, I don't believe that he would win Nevada, but he may win Arizona, possibly. It just like this just makes no sense. Like there's no in no world does like Biden win in no world does Biden lose against either of these guys. It's just not happening. Isn't he even losing Florida? Yes. DeSantis is losing in Florida to Donald Trump at the moment. Yes, unironically he is. And I mean things are starting to get bad, okay? Like I mean just like things are starting to get really bad for him. I mean, this is the type of shit that's floating around. This is the type of shit that's floating around Truth Social. Ron DeSantis is transgender. She was born Rhonda Santis. All the laws about making illegal to talk about gender is just a clumsy attempt to cover up the lies. Proof, no Adam's apple. It's over. I've created a monster. He's created a monster and he's about to be eaten. He's about to be eaten by it. He can't control it anymore. It's too much. It's so over. Oh, it's so fucking funny, dude. I can't do Ron DeSantis, no Adam's apple. He's got a bitch throat. He's got the throat of a bitch. I've seen a shit like that before. I've seen shit like that before. It's all starting to come together, ain't it? It's all starting to make sense, ain't it? Okay? And that's where we are right now. And that's where we are right now. It's so over. Where he tried to call out Donald Trump for being a T-word lover. He's running only on trying to make gay people's life worse. And now he's biting the hand. Now the hand. no, he's being now he's being bit. His hand is being bit. Okay. He tried to play into it and now he's being called a transgendered even himself. And that's the world that we're living in. And that's the world of the failing, flailing, cringe, sad, hilarious, L status life of DeSantis has gone into. He is not going to be winning. We used to be scared of this guy. Remember when all of us little like loser ass, shitty ass progressive shitlords used to be making think pieces about how DeSantis is so much more dangerous than Donald Trump? We're wrong. We're wrong. So wrong. I've actually literally never been more wrong. I don't think I've ever said anything to you guys on stream that's been more wrong than we should be scared of Ron DeSantis. I actually don't think I've said anything more wrong than that. I don't think I'll never live that one down. I won't. I can't. I was like, we should watch out for DeSantis. He's more calculated, but he's also evil. No, he's just stupid. Ron DeTrans. Oh no, we forgive you. Thank you. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for that. But yeah, he was never like that. He's just a fucking loser. Always has, always will. And now all we need to do is kick him out of politics 100% and put him in jail for war crimes that he did in Guantanamo Bay. But maybe I'm asking for too much. But you know, that's it right there. Detarded. That's crazy. Ron DeSantis. True. That's pretty true. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.